Hello there. Welcome to Get Closer to God with Diana, God's daughter. If this is your first time to tune into this channel, I encourage you to subscribe so that we can go together on this journey of getting closer to God. And so today I thought of sharing on a topic that concerns the healing of the heart and the soul. You know, our physical bodies get to experience sores, they get to experience wounds. Some of them come naturally because of something that is wrong in the body. At times we get to have wounds through accidents and all those things. Okay, so the word of God in the book of Psalms 147 verse 3 tells us that he heals the brokenhearted and he binds up their wounds. This shows us that our hearts get to be broken. Our hearts get to experience wounds. When we go through certain things in life, difficult situation, hardships, loss of a loved ones, all these things that we get to experience in our hearts, they get to cause wounds on our hearts, they get to cause wounds on our souls. And just like we take care of the physical wounds that happens to our physical bodies, that is how we need to take care of the wounds that get to happen to our souls, the wounds that come on our hearts because of the happenings and all. When you are hurt physically, you get to care for that wound. You'll be cleaning it, bandaging it, putting medication on it so that it can get healed. But mainly people don't pay much attention when their heart is broken, when their soul is wounded. They don't get to take care of those wounds, the way they get to take care of their physical wounds that happen to their physical bodies. The way you take care of your physical wound, that's how you should take care of the wounds that come on your heart, the wounds that come on your soul because of happenings of life. I encourage you to always take time to seek for healing of your soul, to seek for healing for your heart. Every time you go through something that breaks your heart, every time you go through something that causes pain to your heart, to your soul, always seek for healing. One of the assignments of Jesus in the book of Luke 4:18, he tells us that to heal the brokenhearted. Jesus also came to heal the brokenhearted. So it shows us that our heart also need a healing. Our hearts need to be healed. Our souls also need healing, just like the physical wounds that we experience need healing. When you haven't taken care of the wounds that have happened to your soul, to your heart, it gets to affect your life. When you've got a physical wound, it affects how you do things. If you've got a wound on your hand, on your leg, your feet, it will get to happen how you move. It will get to affect how you do things with your hands and all. Now think of what happens to your heart when it's wounded. What happens to your soul when it's wounded? It means your well-being is going to be affected. How you do things will be affected as well. Now just think of not taking care of the wound that is in your heart. Just think of the damage that gets to happen to you as you are living life. People that don't care for the wounds that happen on their hearts, their souls, become people that are bitter. They become people who cause pain to other people because of the wounds that they have not taken care of. I once heard a certain minister who said, hate people, hate people. Okay, so when you are hate, because you have not taken care of that wound in your heart, in your soul, you begin to hate other people. You begin to cause pain to other people. You become a person of insecurities. You become a person that attacks other people. You become a person who is full of bitterness. Why? Because your soul is wounded and it has not been healed. So I encourage you to always seek for healing every time you go through a situation that breaks your heart, a situation that affects your soul, I encourage you to always seek for healing. Always take time to go through healing. Always take time to make sure that your heart is healed so that your life is not affected. Is there anything that you have gone through in life and you never dealt with that situation? I encourage you to go back to that situation and get healing for your heart. How do you know if you have been healed from a physical wound? When you have a wound on your physical body and you touch that wound, when you feel pain, it shows you that you have not been healed. But a time comes when you touch the sore that is on your body and you don't feel any pain. That's a sign that you have healed. Now, how do you know that you have healed from a situation that broke your heart, that wounded your soul? When you revisit that situation and you don't feel any pain. When you are not filled with hate when that situation comes up, that's how you know that you've been healed. But if you are able to revisit that situation that broke your heart and you still feel pain, it shows you that you have not healed and you need to seek healing. Always take time to heal from the things that have happened to you. When you ignore the healing of your soul, when you ignore the healing of your broken heart, it's going to affect your life. So I encourage you to always seek for healing. Most people get to ignore the wounds that come on their souls, the wounds that come on their heart. They get to ignore them because they think, oh, no, they're not important, But that's a serious issue that you need to look into. In the book of Psalms 23, we hear David saying, He restores my soul. That shows us our souls need restoration. Because there are things that affect our souls as we are living life here on earth. There are things that affect our souls, and we need restoration from those things. Don't ignore any pain that comes on your heart, any pain that comes on your soul. Don't ignore it. Take time to deal with that issue. Take time to seek for healing until you are finally healed. If you want to be a person that lives in joy, in peace, somebody that brings joy and peace to other people, make sure you yourself, you find healing for your soul. I encourage you to look at things that you have gone through in your life that caused you pain, that wounded your soul. Get back to those issues. Look at them. Check if you really healed from those experiences that caused wounds to your soul and to your heart. Look at them. If you discover that you did not heal, I encourage you to take time to begin to seek for healing. Begin to seek for healing, counseling, until you feel that you are healed from those experiences. Because any situation that you do not face, any situation that you do not confront that brought wounds to your soul and to your heart, will always affect you. So I encourage you, always take time to care for your heart. Always take time to care for your soul. God has told us that He heals the brokenhearted. Jesus has told us that He heals the brokenhearted. God binds the wounds of those that are broken. So I encourage you, always seek healing for your soul. Always seek healing for your heart. Let God heal your broken heart. Let Him bind up your wounds. Open up to God about those issues that have caused wounds to your soul, those things that have broken your heart. Go to God. Open up to Him. Ask for His healing. Talk to people that are close to you. Talk to your mentors. Talk to your counselors about that thing that has caused you pain that you know you didn't get to deal with. Until you experience healing for your soul, until you are restored. When you are wounded in your soul, you become a victim to demonic attacks. The enemy loves people that are broken. The enemy loves people who've got hearts that are broken, souls that are wounded. It's easy to attack them. When you are in a state where your soul is broken, it's easy to experience demonic attacks because you are vulnerable. So, but when you are healed in your soul, it's hard for the enemy to get to you. It's hard for the enemy to get to your emotions because you are healed inside of you. You see the importance of healing of the heart, healing of the soul? It helps you to not become a victim of the enemy. That's how important it is to have a soul that is restored, to have a heart that is healed. So don't let the enemy take advantage of you because of the pains that you have gone through in your life. Seek healing. Every time you notice that your heart is broken and it's affecting you, seek for healing. Every time you notice that your soul is wounded, seek for healing until you are healed. Just like you take care of your physical wounds, take care of the wounds that come on your soul. It is going to help you in life. It will help you live a better life, a life of peace and a life of joy. So I encourage you to never ignore the wounds that come on your soul, the wounds that come on your heart. Don't ignore them. Don't brush an issue aside and say, it's okay, yet you are bleeding inside of you. Don't ignore those wounds. Take care of them. Take care of them until there is healing. If you've noticed there is no healing, keep on taking care of them until you experience full healing, until your soul is restored. A healed heart is a heart that is full of happiness and joy. If you're not experiencing those things, look at your heart. Look at the things that you went through and check if you really healed from those things. And if you didn't, I encourage you to revisit them until you experience healing, until your soul is restored. Be in prayer. Ask God to heal your broken heart. Ask God to bind up your wounds. Ask God to restore your soul. It's very important to live your life with a soul that is restored, with a heart that is healed from issues of life. We cannot run away from wounds that come on the soul, wounds that come on the heart. Things that we experience in life get to break our hearts, they get to bring wounds on our souls. So we cannot run away from that. So what do you do when your soul is wounded? What do you do when your heart is broken? You take time to make sure that you experience healing. So I encourage you, always take care of your heart, always take care of your soul, so that you don't become a victim of the enemy, so that you don't become a person who's full of bitterness and hate and all those things. Take care of your heart, take care of your soul. God is there to heal you. God is there to bind up your wounds. So I encourage you, turn to God, ask for his help, ask for his healing. Talk to the people around you so that you can experience healing for your soul. Thank you for listening. See you next time.